Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And the Banquet of Tempest event had a very interesting surprise for us. The recruit preview for the new masked hero. Yesterday, essentially, we speculated on what kind of skills this new hero is actually going to have versus what they gave her in-game. Today, we're actually here to try and beat the stage. So, I mean, people who have attempted this, you probably know that this is not an easy fight because she does some ridiculous things. She stuns you, she cleanses off your buff so you can't revive or you can't be invincible. She gives herself a literal butt ton of attack, and she pretty much wipes your entire front line. So, we need to come up with teams that can survive this fight in some way, shape, or form. There are a few defense teams that I think are going to be solid for this. We'll use those, and then we'll start dipping into we'll start scraping the bottom of the barrel. So, let's get started. Alright, first off, shock surprise, the Vengeance team. The ability to guard, to seal her attack up. Physical resistance from Yom doesn't really matter all that much, but green orbs definitely were going to help. And this team can keep us relatively safe until we hit the final turn where she nukes us. Guard doesn't save us from that. So let's try this out. Alright, so starting out, I mean, we got a pretty good hand. She does nerf our defense on our magic resistance permanently. Okay, well, I mean, good thing we brought the Vengeance team, right? So let's bring you in for Sufia. We'll bring Isis in for Trya. Kind of unfortunate we didn't have Trya in the back, but whatever. Details. We just have to live for 5 turns. We can't kill her because she has no HP. So, how much attack up, magic up? Holy mother. Okay. Well, that's certainly something. Let's, alright, so Trya in for Isis. Is this really a good, well, Trya in for Isis. Orb change. That'll give us 4 green orbs. You know what, let's, we're gonna have to risk it. We need some guard here. We're gonna have to cut that damage down. All right, so let's Vengeance. We're not gonna do anything with Vengeance. We just have to live. But this will give us more skill points on these green orbs, and that I think is more important than anything else. Yeah, 101 points. All right, how much? Still 5,000 on the guard. Wow. Okay, more defense down. An AOE. Okay, thankfully we guarded that. Well, not thankfully, but thankfully we didn't take as much damage. Oof, okay. Oh, perfect. Orb change, boom, boom. And then we will guard, and she doesn't have an element, so the resistance doesn't really matter. We would seal her attack up, which is something, and she's a magic character, so Yom's defensive stat wouldn't really do anything. So yeah, let's lower her attack at least, or seal it. And then we'll give ourselves guard, and this should make it so we're much tankier than even before. Okay, I mean, yeah, I think players are going to have a tough time with this if they don't have a defense team, specifically probably Raphael. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we can't guard if we're stunned. She's not going to ult us on the last turn, is she? Does she give herself ult gauge? Oh yeah, she sure does. And I don't think we can stun her either. Nope, we can't stun her. We can't even go to turn 8 to try and do that. Yeah, okay, well, someone's gonna die. Oh wait, what? How come we got ult? Wait, what? Why did we get ult gauge? Alright, our magic is sealed. Okay, we gotta we gotta seal her because now she's critting and piercing and attack up. Yeah, attack, crit, pierce. All right, yeah, you're sealed. There's no way. Oh, we'll just send one orb. Doesn't matter. Oh, this ult. All right, thankfully. Oh, here's the ult. Oh, this is a pretty ult. Oh, bow. It's an AoE. Okay. Artemis Strike. Okay, well, I wonder who she's supposed to be. Oh, Trial lived. And Isis is still in the back. Hopefully there's no follow-up. No follow-up. Oh, we got some vengeance. Okay, well, I mean, it certainly wasn't perfect, but we did live. Clear the quest, win a battle, clear without using a continue. So there is no, like, win with everyone alive, because obviously we are not going to do that. I'm sure the Prosper team would be able to clear that. Yeah, let's use that next. Next up is the Prosper team. So we have the ability to revive and heal ourselves, plus we have the massive HP increase, and we'll have the Super Guard from Maribel. I know that the Masked Hero removes the revive status off of us on the nuke turn, but we're still going to have full HP and Super Guard, so we should be able to survive at least the first hit with everyone alive, and then the nuke's going to kill the front line. But then we'll have 2 units in the back who are going to be at full HP. I think this is how it's going to work. Okay, back with the Prosper team. So now we have the ability to revive. So now, like, the front line literally cannot die. We just have to use that at the most opportune moment. So let's use the orb change here with Rieger, and then we'll bring in Elmesia and Lumi, and then we'll get some extra protection gauge from Lumi's trait for turn 2. And then I think we're pretty much set after that, because we're going to have Super Guard now, and I don't think she's going to be able to get through that very easily. So we might take a lot of damage here on this one hit. Yeah, it took half of Elmesia's HP. That's wild. Okay, well, now it doesn't really matter, so let's just take Octagram Lumi out. Now we can full convert this entire hand. Now we're going to have Super Guard, and that will cut the damage down. We'll get a lot of skill points back on these blues. The control effect doesn't really matter here, because we're not supposed to do damage. Yeah, okay. We're good. Well, wait. We're going to get stunned one of those turns, right? And then something is sealed. Alright, yeah. Not a lot of damage there. Yeah, 806. That's looking a lot better. Another convert. Cool. Incoming stun attack. So let's change here. No, not that. Let's HP, and then let's use the revive skill. And now, no matter what happens, we're going to live. Like, she could kill us. Well, does she negate the revive skill? There was something in there about removing status on us. Ooh. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So there's the stun. Alright, there's a hit. We can't guard because we're stunned. But now we should heal back up. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we heal a lot of HP. And this hand, we don't really care about anything, so let's just use this. I guess, no, we can't guard anyway because we're stunned, so it's not going to matter. Okay. And now AoE, that hurt, but we're going to heal again. 1, 2, 3. And now this is the last turn of the fight, and also the last turn of our revive skill. So let's just... We can guard again. It doesn't matter because she's going to ult us. But we'll send an ult back just for funsy onesies. We don't need to watch you. I want to watch hers again. Oh, no, there. Okay, there it goes. All right, we still super guarded. So that first hit still didn't do that much damage. This ult is going to hurt a lot. We're probably going to die here. But we still have 2 characters in the back with full HP. Okay. Okay. This is a funny fight. 154,000 damage, is that what I just saw? And then we're alive. Okay, there we go. Prosper team, I mean, can save us from a lot of the damage. The ult on that last turn, I don't even... If she removes that, she's going to remove, like, the idol's invincibility effect. Yeah, so newer players, obviously you're gonna get one shot by everything here if you don't have any defensive units. Thankfully, you don't really lose anything out of not being able to clear this. Is there... You're gonna need, like, skill fusions of Soe. Let me think about this. Alright, so the next team we're gonna show that I found can work is the Octagram Demon Lord Guy team. So this is assuming you pulled for him, which some people did. I didn't recommend people do it, but he can definitely help you here because of his Lord's Ambition ability, which prevents you from being debuffed in a wide range of ways. 1, you're not going to have your defense and your magic resistance lowered by the hero when he's active. 2, you're not going to be stunned. And 3, you're not going to be magic sealed on the final turn, which will then allow you to bring Earth Lumi. Or, if you don't have Earth Lumi, you can bring Water Rimuru, Harmonizer Rimuru, because they both have a skill that is a magic skill that deletes part of an alt gauge. So, if you could use either one of them, but on turn 5 when she's about to nuke you, you can just pop one of these skills and boop, alt's gone, and she doesn't ult you anymore. So we're going to use Earth Lumi because she's already up here. And then we've brought Isis for the green buff because Guy is changing all orbs to greens. We've brought Violet strictly because I want a turn 1 hand of blues so we can activate Guy and get him running. So, I mean, you can use Megamine, you could use Warrior's Mind Guy. Like, we just need blue orb changers. And then we brought Lumi to heal. You don't need her. You could bring Trainee or someone. It doesn't matter. And then Raphael. Kind of important for the defense, the guard, the resistance. So we have to actually survive to turn 5 to be able to delete the ult. So that's the whole deal with Raphael. Alright, so we got an okay hand here. Like, we can convert it with Violet. If you can get 6 blues in turn 1, that's even better, but 5 definitely does work out. We're going to send these orbs, not really worry about it. The counterattack is kind of unfortunate. You really don't want anyone to get countered at any point in this fight. But she doesn't hit Isis, she hits Violet, so fine, whatever. But now, we've got points, so let's use the green buff. That's important because that will help us cycle Guy a lot. And now we'll bring Raphael in, and we'll bring in Lumi, and we're pretty much going to run this entire front line for the next 4 turns. Well, 3 turns. So let's use the guard with Raphael, prevents us from taking an extra damage. We'll use Guy, convert the entire hand to green, and give us the Lord's Ambition, which you can see deletes the debuffs on us. So we no longer have our defense lowered or our magic resistance lowered. So this counter doesn't hurt nearly as much as it could have. So we'll go into the screen next turn and look at it. But there's more debuff, but we're under Lord's Ambition. All right, that AoE is fine. Didn't take a lot of damage there. We're stacking weakness resistance, doesn't matter. She's type neutral. This is not a stage we can kill. But now let's go ahead and heal back a little bit of that. Let's apply the attack, crit, and pierce seal on her. Give us the element resistance, makes us extra tanky. And then we can put another stack of guard. Well, not stack, but we can use guard again. Use Guy, convert this entire hand to greens. Continues to get us a lot of gauge. And then if we click on one of the girls, you can see that the defense and magic resistance are now grayed out because of the Lord's Ambition skill. So let's send another 6, plus the ult, doesn't matter. And now, we're going to get sealed, or we're going to get stunned here, normally. And the stun does hit, because the Lord's Ambition skill is going to wear off. So there's the stun applied, there's the hit, and now when the turn clicks over to 2 turns left, we are actually stunned. Not a big deal, because Lord's Ambition will remove that stun ability, which allows us to use a few more defensive skills. So another Guy, perfect, and now the stun is gone. Now we can use skills. We don't need to use the element resistance. We definitely probably do need to use, there's the stun gone, there's the weakness resistance and all that, and all the other red debuffs gone. So let's heal again, let's guard again, because we need to stay alive. Send another 6 orbs. The Isis buff is still active, so we're going to cap out at 150, which next turn will give us 180. And then next turn, we can use Lumi's or Water Reamer's Ult Deny ability, and we'll just delete that part of that ult gauge. And then we just have to survive the 1 AoE hit and then we're free. So, 180 points. Let's use... Alright, so it's still sealed, but when we use Guy, no longer sealed. So, here, we're just going to do a lot of things. So, there's the Deny. We're going to guard. We're going to element resistance again. And this will ensure that we can survive that one AoE hit. So, we're just going to send the ult because she can't counter it. And then, yeah, there's no ult. Just the AoE hit. You can see that she's got a little bit of gauge missing from her ult, which is fine. So, there we go. That's how you can get around this. It just requires you to have the new 3rd anniversary protector Guy. But if you do, then this is a very viable option. Okay, let's try Earth 2.0. A defense-focused team, technically. Benimaru is resetting skills, giving us a lot of skill points on greens, and giving us guaranteed counters, which are not useful. But I did put a heal charm on him, so a single target heal. So whoever gets hit. Trainee is here to heal and do her... She's skill fused, so she has the ult resistance down buff. Isis, green orb changer. Aaron, green orb changer. Light Shizu is also skill fused. She's got an attack debuff and an 80% chance to guard. And then Light Mirren, or not Earth Mirren, gives us that continuous heal. I mean, it might work. Might being the key word. And if it does work, you're probably gonna need Trainee and Shizu skill fused. Okay, we just reset until we got a good hand, and this is a good hand. We're gonna orb change here. That'll give us a lot of points, and then that will allow us to use Benimaru next turn. We're gonna take some damage on this hit. It's gonna hurt, but we're gonna make back pretty much all the points when we start activating Benimaru, because he gives us 250% skill points on greens, so we can make back ours in like 4 greens or something like that. And that's actually a fairly good hand. So, oh, natural guard. Even better. Okay, so you raise HP for 3 turns, so let's not use that quite yet. Let's bring Isis in and use her orb change and green buff. That way that's active for 3 turns. And then we'll take her out for Mirren, and then we can use her continuous heal. And then the guard. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us passive healing. We've got the heal charm on Benimaru, so he'll heal back Shizu. She'll reset the skills that we've used, and we're going to get all of our skill points. We're going to cap out at 150 off of this. So this is good. We don't quite make Benimaru again, but that's fine. We're going to get stunned next turn. And there's more defense down. Okay, that's fine. Alright, that hurt a little bit. Alright, look at all the guaranteed counters. There's the passive heal kicking in, so only Mirren is low now. So the stun is coming. Let's bring Trainee in now. And we can orb change. Boom. We can now do the extra HP and the crit resistance. It lasts for 3 turns, which it'll be until the end of the fight. This will help us tank the final hits a bit better, and then we can heal back that extra HP right there. And we can reapply the guard, and we can put the ult resistance up now, because it's also going to last until the end of the fight. And then we just send some greens. Yeah, and that makes us back points. We have Benimaru ready to go. That's not good. Okay, thank God we countered that. Alright, here's the stun. And yep, okay, there we go. Alright, that hurt a little bit. Healed it back, though. Good. Now we can use Benimaru to reset, and we can heal Shizu back up to full HP. Excellent. And now we're ready to go. We just have all these orbs that we can't do anything with. We're capped out at 150 points. This might hurt a bit. Yeah, that definitely hurt. The passive heal once again coming in clutch, so let's heal again. Boom. And then we can use the single target heal, the attack nerf, and the guaranteed, or the 80% chance to guard. And as long as We need 2 people to live here. Because if one of them dies, that'll pull in Isis or Mirren, and then they'll get ulted, and then the final unit will be safe. So we just have to simply not die here. Simply not die. And we're only going to send the ult, that way we have no chance of getting countered. This is our best chance to do this. So, okay, yeah, cool. Thank you for that. Please, oh, we're good. Okay, we're good. She's going to wipe our entire front line, and then we'll have 2 units in the back who will live. Okay, 49,000. So no one's going to survive that. But then you guys are safe. So we have won. Does that require a skill-fused trainee? I actually don't think so, because no one's going to live that ult anyways. It does probably require a skill-fused Shizu, though. Because I don't remember what her skill... what was her skill before she got fused? Light Shizu. It was just an attack nerf, and it turned into an attack nerf and guard. So yeah, I would say that Shizu does need to be skill fused for this team to work, because that guard really cuts down the damage we take. Okay, final team. Free-to-play Ritus, whatever her fucking name is, came out with Prosper Maribel. She gives a guaranteed guard for 1 turn and a 25% chance to super guard, which can definitely cut our damage down. It's only for 1 turn, though. Trainee is here, again, to heal, because we need a healer on this team. Like, if you're going to actually attempt to do this, we need a healer. Water Rimuru and Geld are blue orb changers, because she gives extra skill points on blues. We're bringing the 4-star Gabiru, because he has some solid defensive skills, primarily a crit damage nerf on the enemy, or crit resistance, one of the two. He helps us deal with crits, which the hero is definitely critting at the end. And then we brought the Godforsaken unit, made Rimuru, because if you're guarding, he's got extra guard power, which helps us take less damage, and he's got defense. He is not skill fused. Training is skill fused, but I don't think that matters, because all it does is add the ult resistance, and no one is surviving the ult anyways. So it's just pierce resistance down is what we're going for, and the heal. And this does work. It's scary, and I definitely don't recommend like leveling up Gabiru just for this one stage that doesn't really give you anything that much, but it's showing that it is possible. So turn 1, we actually got really lucky, so we could convert. You can reset this as many times as you want to try and get a decent hand. So here we did. And we're going to sacrifice a lot. We're going to take some damage here on turn 1. I do need to bring in our 2 backline units, because they do have support traits underneath them. If you don't have that, then you're just going to have to deal with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The counterattack is unfortunate. Like, you really are not looking for counters in this fight. But our turn 2 hand is decent. Gabiru is now very low on HP, so he needs to go away. And I can't use any of the defense skills like super early, because we need to save our skills for the final turn. So we're just gonna send this. We should guard here. Yeah, we're gonna guard. No, we're not gonna guard. Okay, we're gonna defense and max HP. Guard power. Okay. Guard power combined with the guaranteed guard means that we will take less damage from this AoE, which that is great. Taking less damage is always a good thing. So we can make back some points here and some gauge, and then the AoE hit here won't hurt that much, like really. And like, yeah, 1800 damage. We didn't actually super guard any of those, which is fine. But here, we're gonna need to just burn this turn. Because, well... Okay, so we're going to use defense because we're going to get stunned here. And we can't guard when we're stunned, nor could we do it anyways because we didn't have Ritas. So, okay, cool, thank you, yes, yes, cool. And then, surprisingly, we get kind of lucky. And we dodge 2 of the stuns. And that's because of the bracelets that I have, the stun dodge bracelets. So, we are actually free to kind of do whatever we want here. We need to hold on to the extra support buffs from Gabiru so we're not going to bring him in because he would just straight up die this turn. So we're going to have to bring in Rimuru for someone, and that someone is Trainee. And we're going to have to hold on to Ritus for next turn, so this turn is also scary. Because we need points. So we're going to be unguarded here, and this AoE definitely is quite scary. Thankfully, the extra defense on Geld and Maidmaru saved us, and then Water Rimuru being at pretty much max HP also saved us. So now we can bring Trainee in, and we can bring in Gabiru. We can then heal, and then apply all of the other debuffs, or all of the other buffs. So defense there, we've got crit resistance, 48%. It's not leveled up all the way, but this will definitely help us take less damage. And now we can get the pierce resistance from the Trainee buff, and now we're going to guard and super guard. So as long as we can survive this one hit right here, we're good. And you know what? We do. Gabiru dies, which brings in one of our backline units, but that means that these three are going to get ulted, and that means that Geld is still alive with a nut tap of HP. And we win. So it is possible. I don't recommend trying to level up Gabiru just for this one. I hit the wrong button. I don't recommend leveling up Gabiru for this one stage to clear it. But, I mean, if you have him, and for some reason you put investment into him, you can bring him. Maidmaru is kind of important for this, sadly. I have to admit it, he is important. Ritus, if you weren't playing during the Prosper meta, it's okay. You can actually get her out of the flashback shop with flashback crystals. Do I really recommend that instead of buying some other more important units? No, but here's a team. It does work. So if you have any other teams that you have found to beat this with different combinations that I haven't showed today, let me know in the comments so other people can see that, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to have trouble with this. But that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.